Good morning everyone. Today we are going to see the difference between finite and non-finite verbs. I like playing video games to relax. I like playing video games to relax. Now wait, aren't all means these two looks like a verb? So what is the main verb here? We don't know. So we are trying to find out in this video today. Okay, the rules of finite verbs and the rules of non-finite verbs. This is rule maker and this is rule breaker. Why? I'll tell you. Because when there is finite verbs, they follow tenses. On the other hand, when there is a non-finite verb, they don't follow tenses because they don't follow the criteria of the tenses, they don't follow the subject-verb agreement. We will see point-wise how non-finite verb and finite verb is different from each other. Always have a subject. What always have a subject? When it is following tenses, it is always true that it will be having a subject. Obviously, always shows the time, means tense. What does it mean, times? Time means tense, simple tense, right? They are the main verb in charge. If you see a simple sentence, if it is following tenses, it will truly make sense. But on the other hand, if it is not following finite verb or tenses, it will be non-finite verb and hence it will not make sense by its own. We will see these points. They never change their form. They be as it is. That is why we say rebellion, right? Rule breaker, right? They refuse to show tenses because they don't follow tenses. They don't follow any person, first, second, third. They don't follow anything related to or regarding to tenses. They wear disguises and act like a noun or an adjective. How they act? They act rather as noun or adjective. And how we understand, we'll see in next slide. The rule makers in action. If you see any kind of tense, for example, there are 12 tenses. All the actions that you see has something related to the subject who is doing the action. For example, I want to go. She wants to go. What is the difference you can see here? That she is there and this is the sentence of simple present. How we can see? Because there is SES, right? SES with the verb. Third person singular rules comes with SES with the verb. That is why this is the subject-verb agreement. You can see here. But when and also it follows the timeline. Rama works today, Mohan worked yesterday. So these kinds of words, obviously tenses are there, so it will follow the time, follow the subject, right? But on the other hand, non-finite verb does not follow that, and we have three major type of non-finite verbs. First is infinitive, the classic, right? Gerund, the noun disguise, and participle, the adjective disguise, right? Why infinitive is the classic? Because irrespective of anything, irrespective of time, subject, it always comes with 2 plus V1, means 2 plus V is form of the verb. Okay, role of infinitive. The base form of a verb preceded by 2 can act like adjective or a verb. Right? If you see anywhere 2 and there is verb, so it will be 2 plus infinitive. Why? We'll see how it is acting as a noun, how it is acting as a adjective. Here it is acting noun, but it is on objective space. Object space. To sleep is good for health. Now you can see to sleep is the subject over here because we are talking about the sleep that is written here. Now here, second sentence you can see he wants to play piano. He wants something and that is to play piano. And you can see he wants to play piano. This is the object place, right? So it is coming on the place of object and acting as a noun. I have no horse to sell. Adjective, right? I have no horse, if you can see. But to sell is describing that there is no horse and he can't sell anything. Okay, the ninja rule, bare infinitive. Sometimes the infinitive drop its disguise and appears without the word to. This verb part is there. Now, verb plus ing, 100% noun. What is this? This is gerund. I'll tell you one thing, that gerund always acts as a noun. In a sentence, where we can find noun in a sentence, either the doer of the action or the subject is the noun, or the receiver of the action is the noun. There can be only two possibilities, either the subject or the object can be the noun. That is why gerund can come to the place of the subject or on the place of the object. As a subject, sleeping is necessary for health. Here we are talking about sleeping. Right? This is verb and this is the object. Right? So you can see sleeping. We are talking about sleeping and it is coming on the place of the subject. That is why this is subject wala gerund. Right? And then next we have as an object. I love helping others. Here I is obviously the subject and this is verb, and helping is coming on the place of an object. Right? So next we can see after a preposition, I am afraid of swimming. After the preposition you can also see the gerund coming over here. Now participles. Participles mainly act as an adjective. Present participle, past participle. These are the two forms of the participle. There is one more we will see in next slide. As in ing action, active, ongoing. Breaking dog seldom bite. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? That barking dog seldom bite means जो dogs bark करते हैं वो कभी-कभी नहीं भी काटते हैं. And you can see this past participle. The broken vase was expensive. Here you can see vase is there, but how it is? It is broken. Means vase is being described with this verb, and we already know the word that describes noun is always the adjective. So it is acting as an adjective over here. Okay, participle having plus past participle. This tells you nothing but some action has happened earlier and then now it is the next action is taking place. For example, having read the story, they were amazed. Means they have already read the story and now what is the result? They are amazed right now. So this is the thing that how you use having plus participle, past participle, sorry. The ultimate showdown comparison matrix. What this tells you? It simply tells you that in tenses we follow time. Tenses agrees with the subject and acts as a main verb. But here conflict does not do anything regarding irrespective of time, place or subject. Anything is there, right? Anything you can take, but it does not follow anything that is followed by the tenses. Now the ing impostor gerund. Obviously you know it. I told you earlier that if it is having verb plus ing and if it is coming on the place of subject and object, then there can be two possibilities only. Either it can come on the place of subject and or the place of the object. So here you can see swimming is good. It is good, right? Swimming is good. Now you can, if you remove the swimming and if you place with it will still make sense. Why? Because this is acting as a subject, right? It is good. If I say anything like, if I change the subject here, it is swimming to, say for example, food is good. So it is still making sense. Why? Because swimming here is not a verb. It is a noun here, right? And noun which is acting as a subject here, right? Present participle is, look at the running water. Now present participle. See why this slide is there, because they both follow the same kind of thing, because they both look similar but they are totally different. Why? Because this is ing form acting as a noun and this is ing form acting as an adjective. Why? See this. Look at the water. Look at the running water. There is water, but how the water is? It is running water. So it is telling you something about the water, if it is still or if it is running, right? So that is why this is present participle acts as an adjective in a sentence. non-frit verbs over here. So obviously you can see this is infinitive, this is present participle, this is gerund. But you need to find out which word is gerund, which word in the sentence is present participle or infinitive, whatever, right? The detective cheat sheet. Okay. The boss, the disguise, and the line. Finite verbs are the main verbs that we already know, and these are non-finite verbs are just disguised of noun and adjective, and these are the three main non-finite verbs that we are having in our syllabus. Okay, mastered the rebellion. Any questions? Okay, obviously. Any question? If you have any question, you can ask me in the class. Till then, thank you.